All right, there you go, JT Show. It is Thursday. I was thinking it was hump day for some reason. My days are kind of backwards here. It is Thursday. Glad you're here today. We have Louise Vetter here with us, the president and CEO of Huntington's Disease Society of America. And they will be having their yearly convention in June in New Orleans. Some things she wanted to talk about. Louise, thank you for your time, and glad to have you here.
Thrilled to be here. Thanks, JT.
All right, so tell me what's going on. I think you have some scholarships released on Friday.
Yeah, so we just announced that we're now accepting scholarships to attend HDSA's 35th annual convention, which we are hosting in New Orleans this year on June 4th through 6th. And this is the largest gathering of families affected by Huntington's disease on the globe. So these scholarships really help families come together to learn and get involved in the fight.
And what we're talking about is Huntington's disease. And let me see, now the way I understand it, the best way I can explain it to someone, Louise, it's like a combination of ALS and Alzheimer's kind of put together, right?
That's a perfect description, JT. Right. Huntington's disease is a rare disease. It affects about 41,000 Americans, so it's a relatively small number. But for those affected, it is a devastating neurological disease. And what it does is over the span of 10 to 20 years, it really robs a person's ability to walk and think and maintain a job. And at this point in time, we have no way of slowing its progression or even stopping the disease. So it is a fatal illness. And uniquely, Huntington's disease is a dominant genetic disease, which means that if one of your parents has Huntington's, you have a 50-50 chance of inheriting the gene. So for families that have HD in their family, it is really a terrifying thing to treat someone affected by the disease and then know that you might have inherited the gene. So we offer a lot of family support.
So can you give me a little bit more about what this scholarship will do, what this is about, and what y'all are hoping to accomplish here at the convention?
Well, certainly. Our scholarship program is really designed to bring as many families to the convention for these really unique days of sharing and community as possible. Last year we had over 1,200 people at our convention site in Boston. We'd love to see, a larger number in New Orleans in June. The scholarships are available online. We actually have 3 that folks can take advantage of. One is for first-time attendees from all around the country. So anyone who's never attended a convention before can apply. It's just a simple online application, and we'll cover the registration fees, travel for up to 4 people, and accommodations. So that's really our biggest scholarship program, to get first-time attendees to be able to come, and HDSA and our funders will actually help cover all the costs. Now, we also have a scholarship fund specific for Louisiana residents, and the goal there, of course, is to help reduce the financial burden. So we'll cover mileage reimbursement for folks within the state. We can help waive registration fees, that sort of thing. And then lastly, we have a scholarship for youth, so for children and teens and even young adults growing up in HD families. So that's our NYA, or National Youth Alliance Scholarship. All 3 scholarships are available online, and they're all due in March. The national and the Louisiana ones are due March 18th, and then the youth one has an extra week. It's due March 25th. But we're really just looking to bring as many families together as possible.
What are the things that people will be able to gather at this convention? What are the things that are out there that you're hoping that you will be able to provide for them to gather and to learn?
Well, the HDSA convention is one of a kind in terms of its ability to provide educational information about how families can connect with doctors and really provide the highest level of care for their loved ones. We also offer a lot of support services, so access to social workers and support groups, a lot of group activities so that families who are feeling often very alone with this rare disease suddenly have a new support network. So that's really important. And then lastly, and perhaps most excitingly, is we provide updates on all of the fantastic science that's going on around the world to help develop meaningful drugs for HD. So we expect a lot of exciting clinical research news that can hopefully give families more tools in the toolbox to fight HD.
How do they go about applying for this scholarship, and what is the criteria for being awarded that?
Well, applying and all of HDSA's resources, and we are the Huntington's Disease Society of America, so we are a national organization dedicated to improving the lives of everyone affected by Huntington's disease. All of our resources are easily accessible at www.hdsa.org. That's hdsa.org. We also can be reached by phone at 1-800-345-HDSA. And those are easy ways to connect with us, and anyone on the phone can patch you through to the resources as well. And really, we encourage folks who are affected by this disease to look into the convention, look at the scholarships to try and take advantage of those resources. And, the criteria are pretty simple. We just, look for people to explain their connection to Huntington's and then make a case for financial need. And so we collect a little bit of information to make sure that our funds are really helping the folks that wouldn't otherwise be able to come on their own. But beyond that, we let folks know in April if they've gotten the scholarship, so they have, a month to make their plans, and we try and be as generous as possible.
We're talking with Louise Vetter here with us, talking about Huntington's disease. When is this convention again, please?
The HDSA 35th Annual Convention is June 4th, 5th, and 6th, and it is 3 days of togetherness, education, science, lots of tools for families to get involved in the fight against Huntington's disease. And this year we're going to be at the Sheraton, New Orleans, so right downtown in New Orleans. And we've actually never brought convention to Louisiana before, so we're looking forward to being able to, welcome a whole new group of families into the big HDSA family.
I really thank you for your time, and I hope we've been helpful to you.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to learn about Huntington's disease, and hopefully some of your listeners will be able to take advantage of these scholarships.
Well, it is a horrible disease, and if you can take advantage of it, tell people where to go one more time.
Sure. To learn about HDSA scholarships, our convention, and programs, visit hdsa.org.
Thank you so much for your time today, Louise, okay?
Thank you. Have a good one.